Hey there, everybody. In this video, I wanted to share my anxiety story with you and how I overcame it. My anxiety started when I was about 19. My parents had just divorced, and I started my first year in college. It was a brand new school for me. I can still remember what happened as if it were yesterday. I was in sociology class at the time. It was probably about 10 minutes or so into the class, and that's when it happened. My first anxiety attack. It happened so fast. It was terrible. My heart was racing. I felt like I was going to pass out. I got up and somehow made my way to a washroom, and I just stood there. I was trying to breathe. I felt like I was getting consumed, and I was really completely helpless. And fortunately, nobody else walked in the bathroom. I would probably have really had a super panic attack or a heart attack or something. But anyway, after it was over, I didn't have any idea what had happened, so I called my parents. They took me to the ER, and I was looked at there. Now, does this sound familiar to you? Maybe it's happened to you. Something like this has never happened to me before, so I automatically assumed that there was something seriously wrong with me. And it kind of reminds me of another anxiety attack I had. I had a lot of them. I remember this one panic attack. It was at a grocery store, and I felt such fear and such panic. It felt like everyone around me was starting to blur. You know that feeling, they were blurring and time was speeding up. My heart was racing. And swallowing, I mean, just swallowing became difficult, and I was so afraid. And I know that I'm not the only person that has felt this way before. These are attacks, panic attacks. And anyway, as time went on, the panic attacks started to happen more often, and not only at school, but at shopping malls, my friend's house, crowded places. I even had one in my own home, and I decided that I was going to go to a doctor, and he just prescribed a drug for me called Xanax. So I got home and I did some studying. I had some, you know, medical journals there, and I found out that this drug was not all that great, and I was terrified. I had read so many awful stories about people who wish they never started taking them, the Xanax, because they had become addicted. I decided that I wasn't going to take the Xanax. I then started seeing a therapist, but after 3 sessions, I stopped. I just felt like she wasn't helping me at all. And each session was basically me talking about myself for an hour, and then she started walking me through some visualizations, and then after all of that, she told me to consider taking Xanax. I mean, what the hell? I told her I didn't want to take any more meds, and so for me it was just a big waste of money. I figured all these guys were probably in cahoots together. So I decided to take things into my own hand. I started searching Google for everything and anything that I could find out about anxiety attacks. I wound up finding this guy's name. It was Barry McDonough. Anyway, he had this anxiety book that he was charging money for, and I didn't really, relate to his side, but I wound up getting the book anyway because I was absolutely desperate. And I was reading his book, and he mentioned this really cool technique called 21-7 technique. Anyway, basically the technique teaches you to stop a panic attack within 21 seconds and reduce the anxiety within less than 7 minutes. And I never really believed this guy, Barry McDonough. Anyway, I never really believed him until it happened, and I tried it myself. And I started thinking about how it worked after the fact, and it seemed to make perfect sense to me. After 25 years so far of suffering from anxiety, I've been able to stop my panic attacks after a minute, uh, and it's been like a miracle. It used to take 5 minutes, and actually I've gotten better, and I haven't had an anxiety attack, I'm happy to say, within the past 3 weeks. So I would just say to any of you guys out there, if you are having bad anxiety attacks, panic attacks, if you've seen doctors and therapists and they've let you down, or you've tried a lot of different things, I'm just going to tell you, get the book. My anxiety was out of hand. It was ruining my life. I had no idea what I was going to do. And this went on for a long, long, long time for me. Look, I know how difficult it can be. I know what you're going through if you're having this, but honestly, just give it a shot. If it worked for me, I think it'll work for you too. I mean, why not? I'll leave the link in the description somewhere, and hopefully I can help someone with this video. If you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to post them, and thank you for watching and hearing my story. Just remember this, and this is very important. Anxiety and panic is terrifying, but it will not kill you. So get some help for yourself and hang in there. Thanks for watching.